These future things that you hear me speak about were my compass that helped tremendously feed my children, feed myself, and be able to afford to do that on a budget. I don't cook every day. I never did, but my freezer works for me, and it always has. I don't need a deep freezer now as a single older woman, but there was a time I needed a deep freezer, and I'm about to share some secrets with you that help save me time, money, stress, and it doesn't require any fancy cooking. I think of my freezer as a pantry. Yeah, as a pantry, not a forgotten graveyard of leftover forgotten food. And so now I'm going to share with you a book, some ideas, and some things that might help you. All right, I'm not here to promote anybody, anything except positive hope, inspiration, and ideas. So this is probably backwards, but it's called Dinners in the Freezer. It's by Jill Bond. This book was helpful for me when my children were really young. I read through this book and I would make food for a month. Yes, I saved and got a deep freezer. This book has taught me, you'll see I've highlighted and made a whole bunch of notes. I learned about proper storage, learned about plastic and what's food safe and what's not food safe. This book gave me some amazing ideas, and I'm going to share those with you now. Again, if you're interested, it's called Dinners in the Freezer. It's by Jill Bond. But this box, not promoting products again at all, but as you'll see, I cut the top off. And the reason I do this is I save boxes, cracker boxes, whatever you might have, so that I could put a gallon food safe Ziploc bag, fold the edges over, so if I made a big pot of soup, once it cooled down, I could pour that into the plastic. And the next tip is put it in the refrigerator before you put it in the freezer. You can hear my refrigerator's talking to me right now. When I first moved here, my dog would bark at the refrigerator. I think he thought there were like sandhill cranes or something out there. But anyway, this little box, will help your food stand up on the counter. It helps you not spill anything. And what's really nice is you can put it in the freezer, and that way your food stacks nicely. So if you make a soup or you make larger quantities, it's nice to save different size boxes, but everything fits nicely into your freezer and stacks nicely and never goes in between the little grates, and you can't get it out without thawing it out. So this is one tip that I got from the book, and now I have cubes of food that I can take out if multiple people are coming over or smaller portions. I also would take my lunch containers and I would put the proper plastic food safe bags in my lunch size container, and then I would put it in the freezer. Make sure you don't fill it up too full because frozen food will expand, and you can put it in a little soup container, freeze it in that, take it out of the container and stack those up. That way, when you're packing your lunch, you don't even need an ice pack. By your lunchtime, it's defrosted. And if it's something you can eat cold, you can eat it cold or reheat it. But those are just some tips. Boxes, food safe plastic bags, and store things up where it makes sense in your freezer. One other tip that I learned in the book is to keep a list. Keep a list. You can keep it on your refrigerator. You can handwrite it. I like to use my little dry erase board because I put and label and date everything as I put it in the freezer. I work from one side to the other to make sure that I'm always recycling and using what I put in a long time ago. You know, could be several months. I'll take those foods out first. It's also nice when you make a big volume of food and you can not feel like you're eating the same thing every day. So that worked for me. Then when I take it out of the freezer, I cross it off. That way I always know what's in my freezer, and when it's time to do a big meal prep or a big meal plan again, So, final tips. The book that helped me, Dinner's in the Freezer. What helps me, boxes and food-safe plastic so that I can store my food, take it out of the boxes, and it fit nicely in my freezer. The next tip that helped me was to use my lunch containers and put food-safe plastic in there, put my food in there, take my containers out, and have nice stacked food that fit nicely into my lunch pack. I don't need ice packs, and it would be thawed out by lunchtime. And another thing that helped me was keeping my list and crossing it off when I took it out. That way I always know when I'm getting low, it's time for another meal prep day. It's a way to wash dishes one time, make several different recipes. And one of the future videos I'm going to make for you is how I do a bone broth. Occasionally I'll cook a great big turkey and I'll share with you how I make bone broth. And when I can splurge, I buy organic turkey, and I'll share that all in another video. And I sincerely hope that you got something out of this that helped me. And one thing that would give me great joy is to know that some of the hard times that I walk through and some things that I've learned, if it makes your life a little bit easier, my heart will be so happy. So please share.